Okay, hello guys and gals. Maybe wondering what I've been doing the last couple of weeks in between medical appointments. This is what happens when you get old. But anyway, I've been working on the substructure for the scenery on the rest of the main level. And here's some of it here that I've been working on around the tunnel area here. That's just the cheesecloth laying on there for now. And now you're going to see it bare behind these buildings. Had to adjust it in a bit because the buildings needed some room. And here it goes down along the area behind. This is Jamestown, the station there. I have the rest of the parts. Eventually I'll finish the building. Most of these buildings were from a previous layout, and they're really just sitting there as placeholders, so I know how wide things got to be, and they'll be painted at some point in the future. Always got to have something else to do. So this is the structure around here. This is the coal area down here, Achenbach Coal. That's named after, I think a couple of layouts use that name. I know Bruce Chubb had that on his Sunset Valley, and it might have been John Allen might have had one too. And here it is around. There's some of my tunnel portals. I don't know if I've showed you these before. It's kind of just set in there for now. They're done roughly. I'm just setting them in there, but you can see those are 3D printed, and they're short, so it gives me a lot of ability to do the entire inside of the tunnel. So there's one on this side, then I have another pair for over in there. And next couple of weeks I'll be working on this area up in here, because that's going to be a saddle going down. I wanted to leave it open. I didn't want it too long, where if something derails, it takes superhuman effort to get it out of there. So, but one of the things that I did add this last few days is I decided to add a little farm scene up in this area in here. I had some buildings, and I'm looking at, I can't remember the name of the company, but there's a company that sells corn stalks, and it would need quite a few of them there to fill it in good. And I've also read where you can use like the in-between part of a corrugated, the cardboard, this part in here. If you remove this section and have that, it looks like furrows run by a tractor. So I might do that in some cases. Also added today this section here so that this had a bigger area. This is going to be covered anyway, probably with something. I haven't quite decided yet. It could be that foam board, just to bring it up to the same level as the cork road bed. And so you can see some of there's the hills, or whatever you want to call it. They're not mountains, they're rolling hills. And I tried to kind of get that feel for where it was going up. So there's Michelson. I'm working on the building that goes over in there. It's either going to be the furniture factory that was there originally, or the meat packing company, which would be fitting there. That'd be the 3-building set that I've had for, I don't know, 10, 12 years. So this is kind of what it's going to be looking like. And you'll notice it kind of goes up a little bit. And there's Georgie. He's been helping me. And there's going to be another farm scene up in here. This area right up in here. And I might add a road off of that over the top of this. I'm considering what I'm going to be putting in the middle of here. It has to be able to be removed totally because I got that system up there that needs to be able to get serviced. So, and this is some of the scenery base I've done here. Did a little bit around in here, and I've ended it here for the time being on this level because I got to do some major fascia work up into here. And then here is one of my tunnel portals for going into the helix. Now these are 3D printed, and you'll notice they're quite wide. The reason they're quite wide is because of the camera car. The camera car hangs over a bit because of the camera. The camera is about 1 1/8 inch wide, and a typical N-scale car is about 1/4 of an inch narrower. It was around 3/4 of an inch roughly. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing is I haven't quite decided how to end it there because I'm going to have that section, it's hard to see around there, from about where the ladder is here. There's going to be another portal, and then there'll be a companion on this side. This part here of the helix is going to be open, so I'm trying to decide how to do this section in here, just to be a little different. Whether or not I leave the rest of it open, I don't know yet. Now, if you remember, over on this side, what I did was I put the concrete retaining walls in here. So I might do something similar to that over in that section. I got to think about that. So, but anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing over here. And you remember that I did do something similar to that. And there's some of my supplies, a Tacky Glue. My boat's back out here in the white water. And I'd already done all of this section down in here other than the back corner. I can't quite decide what I want to do in the back corner, so I switched to the other side. So that's the nice thing about this hobby. I don't have to concentrate on one thing, and I can move around. And I did borrow a bunch of rock molds from a friend of mine, and so at some point here, probably within the next month, I'll be working on this. So this will be the first section that I'm going to be working on with the molds. So anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.